Hello, sunshines and death rays! Today I want to talk about time. I'm sure you all will agree with me that time is a very difficult thing for us. I mean, sometimes I forget what year it is, and don't ask for my age. I have no clue. I forgot at least 3 years ago. Just don't ask me, I'm confused. The only reason that I remember appointments is because I have Google Calendar, like 100%. Otherwise, I would never go to any appointment that I have, which is terrible, but it's the truth. So, why is it so difficult for us to measure time? Is that, like, people who have ADHD or any type of neurodivergence, we don't really see time as linear, and we see it more as a collection of events that doesn't really have to be put in line. It's just you kind of I don't know about you guys, but like in my memory, like I don't really see it as a line. I just kind of like pick the memory that I want to look at, you know? I'm just like wherever it is. It's not in drawers, it's not a line, it's not so far in the past. It's just there like a mess. Yeah, it's a mess. That's what it is. So everything is either now or not now. And it's not about not being organized, right? I mean, I've tried so many things for organization, and I've come to the realization that it's not that I don't want to be organized, it's that neurotypical organization does not work for me. There's very few tools for neurodivergent people. It's really not something that we have that much of, and then if we do, it may not necessarily work for me, and I just never found something that really worked. And I just don't understand people's obsession for wanting to make us adapt to what is normal instead of just letting us be. We can just have our own system if we can figure it out and just deal with that and deal with it in our own way, and it doesn't hurt anyone. But from a very young age, we're told that we're supposed to have an agenda, we're supposed to write the things in it, it doesn't work. First of all, I haven't seen my agenda for this year since February, early February. I have no clue where it might be actually. Nope, I don't know. So, seeing it would be a great part of it, but I don't see it, which is a problem. And I don't want to use tools that were not made for me. Having to adapt to something that's not made for me is not interesting to me. I have had to adapt for the entirety of my life, and I'm kind of tired and bored of it. So I've been working on a way of being organized in a neurodivergent way so that I don't have to adapt to it, and I'm actually adapting it to me. I don't know yet how well it's going to work, so I will definitely keep you updated on that. Because if it works, I will be happy to send it your way and see like if it can help you as well. I want to help people. That's mainly the reason I'm here. So, but basically for now, what I'm doing is that I don't plan my days, I plan my weeks. So I have 7 days, one full week, and all of my tasks, all of my things are in one list for the entire week. So the order in which the tasks happen does not matter. So if I want to do a specific task that I have to do, I want to do it at noon on Monday, great. 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, awesome. If, I'm gonna do it when I'm totally sleep deprived and I just cannot sleep because insomnia is a bitch, and it's like midnight on a Friday night, well, that's what's happening. It doesn't actually matter. The only measure of time is the entire week, and 7 days usually will give me enough, I don't know, it's like malleable enough that I can really just pick and choose what I want to do and end up doing most of those tasks in the end. I don't plan my days one by one. It doesn't really work for me. And anything with a deadline, and that's the only thing that I put in there, is on my Google Calendar with alarms the day before, 3 or 4 hours before, depending on like how long it would take to get there, and then 30 minutes to an hour before for like a last type of alarm. Like, girl, you fucked up, you gotta go. It's happened before. So that's like, my Google Calendar is literally only for these things. So I cannot have a notification and just be like, oh, that's not important. Everything is important on my Google Calendar. If it's not important, it's not on my Google Calendar. And that's how it's easier for me, because I know that if I see Google Calendar notification, I have to look at it. And I find that if I put too many things together in one app, and some things I can skip and other things I cannot, it's very easy for me to kind of like jumble all of that up. And the next thing I know, I missed something very important because I didn't really think I had to pay attention to this specific notification when I should have. So that's the difference. And that's why I'm actually only putting extremely important things, appointments, deadlines and everything on my Google Calendar, so that I know for sure I have to look at these things. It works most of the time. Does it work all the time? Absolutely not. But I will take it. First of all, it's the one that works best. I have seen so many things, I have tried so many things, and I can really say that this is the system that works best for me at the moment. Do I want to find something better? Absolutely. If I do, I will be sure to let you know about it, because I know that I'm not the only one struggling with time and scheduling and everything. But I don't know how long that's going to take me. I still have a lot of research to do about time and trying to understand like what in our brain exactly is having issues with it, which ironically will take some time. Anyway, the future is so abstract to us that it makes it very difficult to grasp the importance of like a consequence or even a good thing that would happen very far away. For example, I know that not exercising is bad, but I can't really imagine how I would feel, how I would be in 5 years without exercising for that whole 5 years. But I know technically that I shouldn't do that. I still just can't really see the outcome of that. Like, I can't imagine it. It's too far. It's too abstract for me to just see it. I can't see it. Or I have a project with a deadline and I don't really notice that the deadline is approaching. So it kind of just like sneaks up on me, although it really shouldn't sneak up on me because I should be able to keep track of the days, but I really don't. And then I have to do the whole project in like 10 hours just before the deadline because procrastinating is a way of life. Unfortunately, there aren't many tricks that really work for making time more concrete. Unfortunately, there aren't many tricks for making time more concrete in the day-to-day. The only thing that I've really found is that you can put an alarm clock or a timer on your phone. You don't really need any kind of apps or anything. Your phone alarm clock is totally fine. It usually has a timer, and that's more than enough unless you want to go fancy. I don't really have any kind of recommendations or anything. I just use my phone app and it works just fine. So you put your alarm for how long you want it to go. So I don't know, you're working on a project, you want to take a break. You want to make sure that you take a break because hyperfocusing is definitely a thing. So you can put the alarm for 40 minutes in the future, and then you just set your phone down, work on your project, and then the alarm hits and you're like, what? Oh, right, break. You can go back to your project after taking a little break. On the other hand, if you want to make sure to clean your home for at least 30 minutes, you can put a timer for 30 minutes and get cleaning. Just don't look at your phone until it rings. You know, you just put it away and you start cleaning. And once it rings, you know that you've done at least 30 minutes, which is really good. And if you want to do more, of course, you're welcome to do more. I would stop because I hate cleaning, but it has to be done. On the subject of cleaning, I strongly recommend putting music that you enjoy while cleaning. Preferably upbeat, but whatever works best for you. It doesn't really matter. Any low attention multitasking can make boring tasks like cleaning a lot easier. In my case, I tend to hyper focus on video games. I play a lot of video games and often spent my entire day playing video games. I don't really want to do that. It just happens, and then where did time go? I don't know. So I put like an alarm for whatever amount. Like sometimes it's going to be an alarm for in 2 hours or 3 because I want to play for a long time, but I don't want to spend the whole day on it. So I'll just put the alarm for 2-3 hours, play for a long time, and when the alarm happens, that's it. I close the game, I do other stuff. I can always reopen the game. I can, if I want to. I'm just not really into the, wake up, eat breakfast, I played video games, eat, it's time to sleep. What? Where did time go? Why is it dark outside? What day is it? And that happened way too often for me, so I really try not to do that anymore because it really bothers me. It feels like I'm wasting my time. Resting is not a waste of time. However, spending my entire days on video games doesn't really make me feel good about myself. So I totally am okay with playing for a couple hours. That's totally fine, but I need it to end at some point, which is why I put a timer on for this. Sometimes I do it twice in a day. I do it like in the morning, 2-3 hours, I do my things, blah, 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 everything. I make sure that everything is done and I want to play again. So I'll put it for another 2-3 hours, do my things, on the game, just play and everything. And then eventually the alarm sounds and I choose whether I want to do something else for the rest of my day or not. Depends on the day, really. Sometimes I'll just go through and just whatever, I'll just play my game. I've already done things today, but at least I have done things, and that's the main point for me. All of that to say, marking time and getting alarms to stop and start things has really improved my days a lot. Is it perfect? No, of course not. I can just turn off the alarm and just not do the thing. I've done that quite often in my past, actually, but it succeeds often enough that it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's an improvement, and until I can find better tools, I will use the best tools I have in my limited little tiny toolbox or whatever. I don't have much of a toolbox for ADHD. But those are the tricks that I have. There's the planning my week, making sure that the app that I use has really, really important things only, and timers for actually marking your day passing and just realizing that hours are passing. It's not a ton, but using those things can actually improve your life a lot more than you may think. I've been trying to figure out what I could do to make long-term goals more tangible. I've been brainstorming for a while, and so far I don't really have anything that sticks, but I'll keep working on it. Of course, if I get something, I'll share it with you because I would really love to be able to help with something that really bothers me a lot. So if I can figure something out, I will definitely talk to you about it. And if you have any kind of ideas or just like throwing some starts of concepts or anything, feel free to just comment it below and let me know about it, because I love having like a brainstorm of all kinds of things and just pick and choose and like mix and match things. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks. I'll see you again next week. That's it for today. Bye!